The next awardee is Kaimay Yuen Terry. Please join us up here.
Hello, my name is Dixie Latu, and it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce and present Kaimay Yuen Terry to receive the 2010 Council of Asian Pacific Minnesotans Award for her leadership in the community in recognition of her many contributions to the well-being of the Asian and Pacific Islander communities in the Twin Cities. I have known Kaimay for many years, but I first became fully aware of her passion and ability to organize when, a decade ago, she contacted me to organize public response and legal defense in support of Dr. Wen Ho Lee, who was wrongly accused of espionage. As you may remember, Dr. Lee was never charged, was eventually released from 9 months of solitary confinement. Kaimay articulated the concern and gathered the community to support justice for Wen Ho Lee, which was an example of great personal courage. Ms. Kaimay Terry is serving or has served in a number of boards, including University of Minnesota China Center, Purpose Center for Art Education, Cam Chinese Dance Theater, Walker Art Center Advisory Committee, to just name a few. Kaimay has a strong sense of what Asian Pacific community can and have contributed to larger community. She never failed to tell me that Asian immigrants have a strong and important personal characteristics, and these values can be added to the larger community. She believed that the Asian community are the major risk takers as they left behind a familiar culture and families to travel to another continent in pursuit of better future and goal. She also talked about Asian Pacific Islanders as future-oriented survivors and family-oriented, and she wants us to remember that and the larger community to recognize it. Kaimay is also a prolific fundraiser and generous contributor. She was instrumental in raising close to $250,000 for a Chinese community dance facility. She has also raised contribution amount, substantial amount, for the various political campaigns. It's my pleasure, President Kaimay Terry.
I don't usually stand in front of an audience. Actually, it's really very bright. I cannot really see you well, but thank you, Adil. Thank you very much. And thank you, Eileen. And thank you, the council. Once a year, we gather here to celebrate who we are. And who are we? And I look into this room, I see most of us are first or second generation immigrants, right? And as such, we really have a lot in common. So I feel this award is really not so much for me as an individual, but for all of us. So what do we have in common as immigrants? First, we are all risk takers, because we have to take risks to leave our culture, our homeland, travel 10,000 miles to come to the West. And in our case, to come to a land of blue-eyed blondes, right? A different language, different culture, and different custom. And we came, many of us, we came because we want to have better opportunities, not just for us, not just for us, but for our children and for our children's children. And then, of course, and I'm sure all of you agree, we're very adaptive, we're very resourceful, and we're hardworking, and our children are all hard studying. Because without that, none of us would really be able to make a successful transition to come from the East to the West. And many of you here in this room have done just that. Now, I wanted to finish this with one other observation. I hope all of you agree about us, who we are. And I think we all are savers. We save and save, and we are frugal to the core, right? And of course I don't have to explain why, many of you know. But that is so different, so very different from the borrow and spend mentality. Now, if you think about it, today, here in the United States, we are facing a very, very serious economic crisis. And all the attributes that I just talked about are really very helpful to our country. So, well, let's get together and celebrate all of you for who we are, because we really have a lot to contribute to America.